So, Brad, we're about 2 months away from planting. Every year we try to collect good data on our hybrids to place the right product in the right acre. And a lot of times we can't look at that data because the monitor wasn't set up correctly or those hybrids weren't entered in the monitor correctly. So today, could you walk us through how to get a good start in the year ahead of planting?
All right. Here we have a 2020 monitor. It's actually pretty simple to get these varieties placed properly on your farms and your fields. For instance, here where we got the corn hybrids, we touch on that. We got a hybrid A. And I was able to go in here and preload the hybrids that we are planting currently in our farm.
Yep.
So, for instance, if we just got done finishing up planting our PO157, all we got to do is tap on 9840. It's going into the planter next.
Yep.
Hit enter. It's going across all rows, and we should be good to go.
Okay, so it populates right there.
And as this change occurs, it doesn't matter where you are in the field. Once you make that change, that's where it'll paint that hybrid from that point forward.
Okay, so if the 2020, it's pretty simple to do plots then.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Brad, every year we try to collect good data so we can place right products in the right acre. But a lot of times, unfortunately, we get bad data because those products may not have been in the monitor correctly or not entered at all. So today, can you step us through how to add a hybrid?
Sure, Joe. One simple method is you go back into your hybrid list here, and we see that, we bring out 6 bags for you to try up against what you're currently planting. You see that it's not into your portfolio, so all I do is tap on Add Hybrid. You can start punching in. Today we're going to enter 8639.
Okay.
And as you start entering these hybrids, the drop down, it'll basically eliminate all the other variety, all the other options out, so you don't have to finish typing in the whole one. Pull in 8639. You can also enter in lot numbers, seed shape, sizes, and so forth. And basically hit enter, make it on all rows. And there we just created and added a new hybrid on your farm.
Okay, and it puts the traits in there for you. So as you were clicking P86, it auto-populated the traits too. So that's the actual hybrid, what it should look like at the end of the year to go through that data and get good data and analyze it for the next year.
Correct.
So, Brad, we like to keep track of the things that we can control, planting date, soil type, etc., versus the things we can't control like Mother Nature. We like to set those up correctly and analyze them. What's a good way that we can do that through the 2020 and get a good comparison, a good side-by-side?
All right, Joe. One of the things that we find that's difficult some years is when we do that split planter comparison is which hybrid's going to go to the outer edge of the field.
Yep.
One way to clean up that data that we found useful was to actually go into your hybrids, and we actually created a custom hybrid as headlands.
Okay.
And we can make that active across all rows, plant that in your entire headlands.
Yep.
And alleviate that variability within your report coming out.
Okay, very good.
So once we get the headlands planted, we can go back in, change our planter up. And here we're going to compare 0157 on the left half of the planter.
Okay.
And versus 9840 on the right half of the planter.
Okay.
This will allow us to get a fair comparison across the more uniform acres with taking those headland variabilities out of it.
Excellent.
Some of those things that we do like to utilize is able to set up these comparisons with farmers and growers to find out what's working on their acres with their practices, not what somebody else is doing. So with putting in these comparisons, we can analyze the two products and say one may yield 5 bushel better, but if it's consistently 5 points wetter, which product is better fit for your acres and your operation?
Yep. Brad, I know a lot of your growers are utilizing Encirca and the precision offering as well. What are some things you guys do to pair those together, couple them together to better the operations?
I guess as far as helping them utilize their variable rate prescriptions with the 2020 monitor, getting those right seeding rates placed in the right zones, and then also helping work with the grower getting the test strips, test trials laid out and gathering, to verify what we are doing is correct.
Yep. And then through Encirca, you have very accurate maps, and you can look at the year-over-year data after you get that data off the precision monitor, which is very simple.
Correct. Yep.
So these days, a lot of competitors are trying to drive more inputs. You need higher population, higher N rates, fertility, etc. What are some things that you guys are doing in Northeast Wisconsin that might be different from the norm?
All right. I guess here at Seed Concepts, we are utilizing the precision technology to control our input not just by farm, but by field and also by acre. And then overlaying that with also using Encirca nitrogen services to manage our nitrogen properly by farm, by field, by acre, to control some of our inputs.
So really your ultimate goal is to get a positive ROI for those growers. So they may not always need a higher nitrogen rate on a different soil type. CEC, things like that, something to look at that most people aren't. But through Encirca and precision paired together, it's a beautiful thing.